Hey beauties, a pleasant evening or afternoon rather. We're still in the afternoon hours. All right, so I've been hearing people making a complaint about Vybz Kartel's rehearsals. To say it has I'm going to probably have to use my own term. Pip squeak. One man says like he's watching the Digicel Rising Stars rehearsal, with the amateurs basically. So it's like they're saying it's an amateur performance and so on. It doesn't look full. And it doesn't seem like, with a lot of money that they paid for this Freedom concert that would be held on December 31, 2024, All right, there are many things that I'm going to talk about where that is concerned. You have to be very careful in watching rehearsals, beautiful people. As a singer myself, if you come to my rehearsals, unless it is that we're trying to do a full set, like to show what we're going to be doing the day, you might see a little energy. If you see me, I don't give, because one of the things that I guess I've probably prided myself in is the element of surprise in a good way. Not catching you off guard. I don't like to show, if you're learning movements, if we're going to have to do it to the full, that's different. If you're doing something like, say for example, you're a Tina Turner type, where she does her movements as well, in her set, then you will have to learn the movements and do them to understand them. Even with doing that, you may not find her looking very, vivacious and energetic in the rehearsals. I've never seen it. There are very few singers who give their full in the rehearsals and full at the show. Some people, they like to come with the element of surprise. You have to be very careful. They will seem lackluster. They will seem as though they don't know what they're doing, or they're amateurs, and they're not. I remember some time ago, I was doing something and the director said, Toni-Ann, I know what you're doing. I know exactly what you're doing. But for the purposes of whatever it is, I'm just going to ask you, your voice sounds great, but in terms of your performance, because as a matter of fact, I'm a dramatic performer. I'm a very, very dramatic performer, not just a great singer, but a dramatic performer. But I don't like to show that. It's like in my mind, I say, if I do that, it's going to be stale, because you're seeing what I'm going to give at the concert. So I don't do I just hold back and just seem easy. I just want to make sure I know the keys, I know the cues, I know what to do at what point. If I'm by myself and have to do something, then I will sing to the full so that I can see where my voice can go and all of that, and do my performance to see where my movements can go on my own. But when there are people there, I don't do that. That could be a case in Vybz Kartel's situation, partly. Remember, beautiful people, be careful of how you don't exude, how you do not emit compassion. This is a sickly man. Yes, he's getting better. You see the changes from when he just got out of prison. He's older and he's not so well, and it takes time to get back to a better sense of normalcy. I saw him doing some exercise. He's trying to eat right and get his mind cool and easy. He's probably doing the same thing where he does not give of his best. I remember years ago, even before all of this hullabaloo, even before him going to prison, he said he has always never been, one of the things with God, people, he gives us all talents. Some may seemingly have more, like, the man with the 10 talents, the 5 and the 1 and so on, than some, but he does not give us too many, because he knows how we are weak. Pride would take over some way. And you don't want to, the same fate will reach the devil to reach you. That's why the Bible says, be careful that you don't basically give too much to a young convert, somebody who is young and an amateur. And he was saying that for me can be taken even in the workplaces, not just churches. When somebody is young and amateur and new, be careful that you don't give them too much, or maybe promote them too quickly, because pride will reach in them, and the same fate that reached the devil may end up reaching them. When the book of Timothy talks about that particular scripture. So you have to be very careful, beautiful people, in how you show no compassion to this sickly man. You have to be careful. He's older, and it's going to take time for him to recuperate. Yes, obviously that is his mainstay, to be a dance hall artist, to sing and to DJ and to what have you. All right, so using the rehearsal again, you can be tricked with rehearsals. Be careful. Be careful. Remember, he can't expend all of the little energy that he has. So I'm not going to necessarily give off his best. He just wants to understand, all right, here I'm going to do this right there. So they hold back. So for those who are not in the performing arts, who don't understand musicianship, it will seem as if it's a pipsqueak. What you call it there now, some amateur thing. People just learn for walk, or learn for do this, learn for sing, learn for DJ. No. So it's a plethora of things. You don't know what he's going to come with. The concert may be very good. You may just say, oh my God, it's much better than what I actually had a great time. You don't know. I'm saying you don't use rehearsals, people. Some of these artists, singers, artists, dancehall or not, will trick you. They will seem lackluster in rehearsal because it's about the mind. They're working out what they're going to do on the final night. So you will see him there looking. I didn't see the video, but you will see he may look somber, he may look, and then the day saying, this is Vybz. Be careful. 2, he's a showman. Vybz Kartel is a showman. He's probably well aware that when he did that, or maybe he's not. Maybe he did that because he says, and this he never had to post his rehearsals. If you were able to see it, it means that he knew that you would talk. So he's not an idiot. So he knew that you would have talked and say what you're saying and go on all that. So he knows now, okay, I know what to do. Let's say he didn't even know. He didn't have to ask him because you guys volunteered. Because nowadays, everybody want their clout and their like, which is fair and fine. If you're putting something out there. That's why I said, don't believe anybody who tell you that they don't want it. They're not doing this for the views and for the likes. Lies. They are. Why would I post a video for you not to like it? That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. Why would I put it out there? I better you categorize it and weigh them. This takes more precedence over this, over this, over that. I can understand you doing it in levels, but do not say you're not doing it for the likes and for people to share it and for people to value it. You're doing it for that reason. That is why people go out and do all manner of things, because they want people to view it and to like it, because we want to be valued. We want what we're saying to be honored, to be valued, to be lauded, to be praised, to whatever, for people to have it as the best thing since sliced bread. Be careful, people. Rehearsals can trick you, it can fool you. Don't watch that. Even with his illness, even with his sickness. If you're an experienced artist, you will know how to maneuver even when you're not 100%. There are many times I've sung at different places and I feel like I'm getting the flu. I don't feel so good. And, people would never believe it. They would never believe it. Unless I look and say, but when they hear the voice, they're like, oh my God, So be careful. Don't watch rehearsals. Rehearsals is not a true reflection of what they're going to do. In terms of their performance. They like to give the element of surprise. They just want to know the set. It's about working out the set, what you do at this point, what you don't do at this point. And secondly, again, remember, if he's not well, he doesn't want to expend too much energy. He has to save his energy for the concert. He's no fool. He would not go on a big performance and be lackluster in his performance and some pipsqueak and all of that. He knows what he's doing. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Let us say hypothetically that you're correct. It is because he's not well and all of that. I'm sure he has worked out what it is that he will do so that the concert is good. Have compassion, people. Be careful, because something can reach you in life and the very same people tear you to shreds. And you say, look at that man. And you start to remember how you spoke about the man. Whether you like him, yes or no, he's still a human being. I'd never ever support people tearing people to shreds and using their illness against them. And they talk about, who told you to spend a whole heap of money? When I heard this gentleman with a lot of makeup on, saying that, no man, what is this and that and the other? Nobody told you to do that. You were well aware of his illness. You were well aware of his situation. He has not performed in over 13 years. And he's getting back in the group. He's always said he was never the strong performer. His strength is more in his lyrics and the songs. He doesn't have everything. Gonna give one human being everything. So he has to work it out. You don't have to go to the concert if you feel it's going to be, not good. You chose to buy it. So you expect anything. Yeah, you're going to tell Mandy that can't sit or pack it up with a lot of artists. Relax and chill, beautiful people. Guys, you know what to do with TikTok and YouTube. Give me a lion.